Alright, I'm down here in Blacklick, Pennsylvania. I'm going to be biking the Fool's Run 10K course today. This is March 25th, so it's a little cold out, so I'm bundled up a little bit. The scenery isn't going to be that great, but we're going to get it done. I'm going to show you the parking lot first, where we're standing. There's some parking here. And then for the race, there's going to be more parking down that way. There's a road. Takes you down there. There's a pavilion down there. That's where the awards and stuff are going to be, and your bib pickup. I'm going to have to put my gloves on real quick. It's like 40 degrees out today. So we're going to head over to the start line, which is actually mile 0 of the Ghosttown Trail. All right. You're going to see a little bathroom coming up this little shed looking thing. But this is how to get to the start line. You come up this little hill, make this little left, you're gonna see these signs in front of us. It just says Ghosttown Trail one way, Petalbug Trail the other way. We're going on the Ghosttown Trail side, and it's actually, you'll see mile marker 0 of the Ghosttown Trail, which is a 32-mile main rail trail. Goes from here in Blacklick the whole way up to Evansburg. So we'll get you to see the mile 0 real quick. You see the couple other signs. So this is mile 0. This is the start of the race for the Fool's Run 10K. All right, we'll get you going here. So this is rail trail, so it's pretty flat for the most part. There's nothing technical. You see a couple cool things along the course. First, we got this overpass from the road that we came in on. Now this gate right here will be open for the race, so you don't have to worry about going around it. Got a cool little bridge to start the race. You got some old rail rusty cars on your left hand side headed out. You got a little creek to your right hand side. See the old rusty cars there. See the creek over there. We'll just keep going real quick. Again, it's cold out today, so we're going to try to make this a little quick. There's a couple pillars in the water if you see them as you're running from old bridges and stuff. Some more old rusty rail cars to your right. Some other big metal things. I don't know really what they are. Probably from old factories. These were all like old coal mining towns along this area. Basically this whole rail trail. So there's a lot of history about the coal mines and stuff like that, and steel industry, some coke ovens, stuff like that. All right, we are now a half mile into the race with 34 feet of ascent, nothing down so far. You'll see a pillar in the water. There's another bigger one on the right hand side. Got a little information thing right there, doing the history of it. Shouldn't really stop during the race to see it, but you can always come back. Now on the way out, because this is an out and back 10K, so you're gonna go out about 3 miles because the start and finish are not in the same spot. But on the way out, it's basically all uphill. Again, nothing drastic. It's just a slight, very, very slight incline on the way out. Got a nice little park bench here to your right. There is a lot of park benches and stuff like that along this whole 32-mile main extension, and even some of the other branches where you could sit and rest. Got an old bony pile to your left hand side. All right, you'll see mile marker 1 to your right hand side right now. It's also mile 1 of the course, again, because we started at mile 0. We now have 65 feet of gain with no descent. This time of year, the trail itself really isn't much to look at, except for the cool things along the trail. But when it grows back in the spring and, you know, summertime, it's pretty green and a lot of leaves on the trees and grass. Got some beaver activity to your right. Oh, wrong way. It is sprinkling out a little bit today, so I might have to wipe the lens a couple times. If you see my hand going over it, that's why. Wanted to video this course again in better quality because the race is next weekend, so people could you know what to expect. All right, we're coming up on a mile and a half into the race. We have 83 feet of gain with nothing down. so no descent so far. So just remember that on the way out. Might be a little harder for you. You might feel it a little bit, but it shouldn't be burning your legs because it's not really a steep incline. You'll see mile marker 2 up ahead, which is also again 2 miles into the race. So at 2 miles, we are now at 114 feet of gain with no descent. We're gonna come up on a little bridge with a creek crossing underneath. Another park bench. This is Laurel Run number 1. That is at 2.25 into the race. Alright, now we're coming up on 2.5 into the race. We have 135 feet of ascent, no descent. You can hug the left-hand side a little bit on the way out, as long as nobody's coming towards you. Shave a few fractions of a second off. All right, mile 3 should be coming up. All right, there's the mile marker. We're about to turn. Mile 3 marker. So right now we're at 162 feet of gain with no downhill, no descent. Just go wipe this off real quick. It's sprinkled a little bit today, that's why we have to do this. So now that 162 feet of gain is now free speed the whole way back. It should allow you to run a little bit faster the rest of the race. Let you zone in a little bit. Feel a little bit more comfortable and relaxed while you recoup but still push, if that's what you're choosing to do for the race. Now you'll see a lot of sticks and stuff right now on the trail. It's usually not like this, but with winter just breaking, spring coming, the trail isn't necessarily in the best shape. They do take pretty good care of it. So again, on the way back, you're going downhill. So maybe turn and burn a little bit. Again, let the gravity of you going downhill run faster. So maybe lean forward a little bit. Don't hang back on your heels as much. All right, we're coming up on 3.5 miles into the race. 160 feet of up, 26 feet down now. GPS can be off a little bit with the elevation and such, because we're sort of in a valley and there's really not a strong signal. So it will vary a couple feet here or there. When it picks up the signal, it sees where you were or where you're going. There's a little run again. Get a little quick view of it. Maybe not. Now we'll just keep going. Mile marker 2. It's now going to be on your left hand side. I have 166 feet of ascent, 53 down. So with 2 miles, we're looking at 110 feet of down yet. You can sort of hug the inside corner a little bit if there's nobody coming, and don't get in other people's way if they're heading out. Be courteous of other runners and other people using the trail. You might encounter some bikers during the race, some other walkers or runners that aren't in it. Also, if you see people on the trail, give them a head nod or a quick little wave. It's a pretty friendly trail. All right, we're now 4.5 in, still at 166 feet of gain. We are at 76 feet of descent. So as we're descending down, again, make sure you're allowing your body to use all that free speed and free energy that you're getting from the slight decline. It does add up over a race, whether it be a couple miles or just a half mile. You know, those seconds add up. All right, on the left hand side you're going to see mile marker 1 again, signifying that this is mile 5 of the race. We are now at 166 feet of up. Let's see here, 96 feet of descent. So we got about 1.2 miles left in the race. Maybe start thinking about what you're going to be doing here shortly, position wise. All right, we're now at 5.5 miles into the race, 166 feet of ascent, 114 feet of descent. So we got 0.7 miles to go in the race. So start taking stock of what you're gonna do. How do you feel physically, mentally? What's your position within the race? Are you gonna move up? You're gonna drop back? You wanna hang on to where you're at? Somebody trying to make a move on you, you're gonna make a move on somebody? Because now we're at half a mile to go in the race. So 5.7. That little service station would be a good idea to keep in the back of your head from half mile. So if you're gonna make a move or try to hang on, you might want to start turning it on a little bit, unless there's nobody behind you, or if you want to go for a certain time, maybe start pushing it a little bit as you see the bridge and the overpass come into view. Again, we're going to go past mile 0 marker where we started the race, because the start and the finish are not in the same spot. And this, again, this gate will be open for the race. So when you hit mile 0, which you'll see on your left hand side now, it's time to turn and burn if you're going to turn and burn, or you know, implement your last minute race strategy as you make this right hand turn the same way we came up from the parking lot. Now you're gonna go across. You're gonna see some little arrows on the ground here. They're like a pinkish orange. We're going this little back stretch right here. It's a little bumpy. Oop. Should just get in the grass. It's just bad. This is where we're going to be finishing the race, on this little back path, I guess you want to call it. And we're about done. All right, we're coming up on the right here, the finish line. Oop. Zoom down real quick. We see the F for the finish line. Over there at the pavilion, that's where the awards and stuff will be. That's again where the registration is, bib pickup and such. There's usually some bathrooms down here too, or personnel, you know, water. But this is your finish line. So around here, that's the upper parking lot where we parked. But you're going to be able to also park down here in this grass. It's probably your best bet actually for race day. But that's your Fool's Run 10K course starting in Blacklick PA on the Ghosttown Trail.